Bomboclat. Hello, guys. Hello. Yeah. So, I have right now a paper to do, an essay on how you measure things and measuring tools. And so I just got a crazy idea like, what if instead of thinking small, I think very big and think about the universe, right? And there's the Hubble constant, which is the expansion of the universe. And I thought about the weird fact that at some point a supernova exploded and it was seen at different times, even though it only exploded once. So the light curves and then still meets at one point because it goes through galaxies and gets slingshot and so on. But I'm gonna research that about soon because that was only a thought. And then I was talking to AI. Yeah. And then I was like, Brian Cox in a interview podcast, 100 questions with Tom Simons. And Tom Simons, somehow they got to the, Brian Cox said, the universe is technically flat. I was like, what the hell does that mean? And the AI said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell me what the AI said. Because maybe it does some good thinking. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not. It's really quite bad at times. But I was like, if we have this Planck constant that our universe is expanding, if you would imagine putting a beacon at one point, the lower, if you imagine the universe as a Earth crust, you can put one in the bottom one in the middle, and one on the surface, and see with the Planck constant, the universe expansion, how much what expands. And if one expands more than the other, right, then that would mean that the universe is expanding that way. And I was like, so Brian Cox said the universe is flat, basically, potentially, because we only see such a small portion of it. It appears to us as flat, right? You know, same as Earth horizon. You know, you can imagine that. I would hope. And so I was like, yeah. So what if we have just 3 points that we calculate, and we calculate the expansion of the universe, and then we're done? And the AI said, "Mm, no, because all of our universe is in that thin crust, which is very weird." And it also said something about, let me look at that term. It's called um, the space trigonometry, which is you put 3 points in the universe, and somehow I don't get that one exactly because we are in a 3D space. If we then measure that the triangle between those 3 points goes outwards, you know, as if covering a sphere, then there's a sphere. It goes inwards, then we are in a saddle type thing. You can think the inside of the universe. That's that was crazy. Because think about there being a different universe that is the opposite, and that could be explained with real world math. Potentially, potentially, maybe that's sick. Wow, crazy. And if they don't move, then I don't know. I it said something like, if the universe is flat, then they don't move. If the universe is closed, as in a sphere, they round up. If it's a saddle or open, whatever that would mean, then it is inside or saddle, or I don't know what think. What if the universe is not a singular object? What if it's a mixture of just random stuff? Just like in the table, there's imperfections, there are fibers that go up and go down. What if we are in one of those little tiny fibers? And if we think about the theory of the fact that the universe is open, whatever that would mean, then we are in this little section that is part of a wavy other section. Or we could be on the inside. I'm so smart, guys. Genius. Man. I am gonna write my essay paper though on measurements on the Hubble constant, I think, and right, that was my first. Hold on, I heard somewhere. Blah blah. Blah. No, this is not it. Yeah, it's called Time Delay Cosmology, which goes into the expansion of the universe at the same time, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna watch a bunch of videos on it and how it was discovered and how it works. And I'm gonna write a 10-page something about it, hopefully. Oh, you can write so much about it, I think. What tools you need? A big telescope? Probably. I don't know. I'm gonna research that. You can put a video, or not a video, a picture of the light movement going like this instead of just this. Or you can have this and also this as light movement from the supernova that goes there and here and there. Why is the camera so smooth? Am I crazy? Because I'm Mr. Slippery. I like bathing in baby oil. Bam. Okay. Imagine in 20 years, someone shows me this clip and asks, "Hey, why were you talking about baby oil in this universe talk?" Oh, yeah, I don't know. Did he? I have to show you something. I have to show you something. I got a perfume. Perfume. Oh, man. Which is called. I got a perfume in second hand, in a second hand store, which is called VIP Men. Are you on the list? New York City. And I bought this. It actually has a very nice smell. A smell of seawater. Coincidence? Maybe not. I don't know. Think about it. You buy this to get into the club of people on the list, and then you go to the ocean, seawater perfume, and then you go to the Epstein Island. And so I got it just because of Epstein memes, which Epstein is very bad, yes, and he's quite probably alive. But there's just irony in this, and that's very good. Yeah, I'm actually excited to write about this. I might finish even before the day is over. Right now it's 1920, not the year, but the time. The year is 2026. It's May 30th. I have this paper due 2nd of June and another one, which is much harder because it's not an essay, it's an analysis. But yeah, cool. Cool brain think, brain cosmos big. So big, me not understand. The idea cosmos cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bye bye. Bye bye.